What if I told you that a young woman checked into a luxury hotel in Oslo under a fake name and was later found dead with a bullet in her head, but nobody knows who she was or why she was there? This is the story of Jennifer Fairgate, or at least, that's the name she gave. Back in 1995, she walked into one of Norway's finest hotels with a mysterious man, checked into a room with no ID, no credit card, and almost no luggage, and within days, she was dead. Police called it a suicide. But the evidence? It doesn't add up. Some think she was a spy caught in a dangerous game. Others believe she was silenced. Stick around, because we're going to unpack one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries of modern Europe, a case that connects espionage, secret identities, and a crime scene that feels more like a movie than reality. On May 31st, 1995, around 10:40 at night, a tall, elegant woman walked into the Oslo Plaza Hotel, today known as the Radisson Blu Plaza. She wasn't alone. A man was with her, registered as Lois Fairgate. She gave her name as Jennifer Fairgate, though the staff wrote it down wrong as Fergate. She claimed to be 21 years old, from a small town in Belgium called Verlaine. No one checked her passport. No one asked for a credit card. They just handed her the key to room 2805 on the 28th floor. On June 2nd, Jennifer ordered room service, tipping generously, about 50 Norwegian kroner, which is like giving a $17 tip today for a simple meal. Later that night, she made 2 strange phone calls to Belgium. Both numbers were off by just 1 digit. Both failed to connect. Then came the final day. On June 3rd, the hotel tried to contact her about unpaid bills. Someone answered the call from room 2805 and confirmed the message. But when hotel security knocked on her door around 8 p.m., everything changed. Security guard Espinez tapped lightly on the door. Just seconds later, a gunshot rang out from inside. He didn't go in. Instead, he ran to get his supervisor. That left the room unwatched for 15 whole minutes. By the time police arrived, Jennifer was dead. Inside room 2805, Jennifer lay on the bed, flat on her back. A 9mm Browning pistol rested in her right hand, her thumb still on the trigger. A bullet hole marked the center of her forehead. The room was locked from the inside. Both electronic key cards were there. There was no sign of forced entry. On the surface, it looked like suicide. But then came the inconsistencies. No gunshot residue on her hands. No blood on her fingers. A second bullet was found lodged in the mattress and floor, like someone had fired a test shot earlier. The pistol's serial number had been professionally removed. Her clothes? All the tags and labels were cut out, except for one. And strangest of all, she had 25 rounds of extra ammunition neatly packed in a leather case. That's not what you bring for a short city trip. Who was Jennifer Fairgate? The more investigators dug, the less they found. Her hotel registration details? Fake. The address in Belgium didn't exist. Her claimed age, 21, didn't match the coroner's report, which estimated she was closer to 25 to 30. Nobody in Belgium recognized her from sketches. Years later, in 2016, her body was exhumed. Forensic science had improved. Tests suggested she grew up in Germany. Her dental work, gold and porcelain fillings, pointed to wealthy areas like Switzerland, Germany, or the US. And yet, no DNA match has ever surfaced. Former intelligence officer Ola Caldiger publicly stated that Jennifer likely was a spy. Her behavior, staying away for long hours, making failed international calls, never unpacking, matched tradecraft, the habits of undercover operatives. The context matters too. In 1995, Europe was still adjusting after the Cold War. NATO was reorganizing. Ex-KGB agents were freelancing. Norway, as a NATO country bordering Russia, was prime spy territory. If Jennifer pulled the trigger herself, why didn't her hands show any gunpowder? Why was there no blood spatter on her skin? Why fire a test shot into the bed? And why lock the room with 2 key cards inside, as if someone wanted to stage the scene perfectly? Some experts believe she was killed, and the scene made to look like suicide. One theory suggests she was pinned down, her arms restrained, and the gun placed in her hand after death. The fact that security didn't immediately enter, leaving the room unwatched for 15 minutes, may have given someone just enough time to slip away. What about the man who checked in with her, Lois Fairgate? He disappeared almost instantly. The hotel never saw him again. Even stranger, a Belgian man, nicknamed Mr. F, stayed in a nearby room. He later claimed he heard about her death in the morning, hours before the body was discovered that evening. He was never fully questioned, and his identity remains unknown. Jennifer's story isn't unique. It echoes other unsolved European cases. The Oslo woman in Norway, 1970, another unidentified woman found dead with her clothes labels removed. The Somerton man in Australia, 1948, a man found dead with no ID, mysterious coded notes, and removed tags from his suit. These cases suggest a pattern. Professional spies or operatives erased from history once they became liabilities. In 2020, Netflix revived the case in Unsolved Mysteries, Death in Oslo. Interest exploded. Amateur sleuths, Reddit forums, and independent journalists tried to crack it. But the truth remains locked away. DNA could eventually provide answers, maybe through genealogy databases. But for now, Jennifer's identity, and whether she was murdered, is still a blank page. Jennifer Fairgate walked into the Oslo Plaza Hotel almost 30 years ago with no past, no future, and a secret no one has uncovered. Was she a spy caught in a deadly mission? A victim of organized crime? Or a woman who carefully erased herself from the world? Her case is more than just an unsolved death. It's a reminder of how shadows of the Cold War still reached into the 1990s, and how sometimes, even in a luxury hotel full of people, someone can vanish into anonymity forever. Subscribe for more stories that the world still can't explain.